Hi there, and welcome to another Bit List. Got a good one for you today. What makes a good monster? Well, it's a diverse topic. Monsters can be figurative or literal beings of much badness, or antagonistic motives with the spectrum so broad, literally anything can be made into one, by imagination or horrible, game-changing events. Just damn. They're a ton of fun, aren't they? Everyone's got their favorites, including me. So turn in the pricey popcorn and grab your favorite consoles, kings and queens. Time to love those freaky things that haunt the dreams. It's amazing to see just how far man will step to invent the next big horror. You know, the motions get boring. It seems a basic existence often isn't enough for us anymore. Why live life when you can fuck with it instead? God might not approve, but that doesn't stop us from coveting his role. Creating new life from scratch, or even worse, tampering with existing life, is the most common plot point ever devised. It's classic, but not unrealistic. We do this shit all the goddamn time, and it's a lantern for absols. But it's nothing new for believers in the Las Plagas. Today's word is hold. Tomorrow's is me. Am I overbeck enough to make it that far? I'm really not that funny. Oh god. What kind of fucked up Mr. Fantastic reboots they making these days? Sorry, Reed. Thing ate the last donut. Eat these nutritious parasites. They'll make us some manis. Ugh. Don't worry, they saved a shit ton on special effects. So yeah, the regenerators are kinda fucked up. Senor Fan-fucking-tastic eats up bullets like Pac-Man and his Tic Tacs, and those tasty Plagueis parasites regenerate any boo-boos. So watch your ammo. These things used to be humans too. Okay, never going to the doctors ever again. I could do without the foreplay on my neck, thank you.
Hi guys, I'm gonna bite your neck and rip your flesh off, hope you don't mind.
God damn it, CJ. Ah, space. Here we are again, shooting the cosmic breeze. I fuck up my aim on purpose just to keep this chat going. Certainly like space, our world has some scary beasties wandering about. But the idea that there are possibly creatures out there that we don't know about sparks inner fascination and fear of the unknown. Fear we can live out, thank God, only in media. Personally, my favorite alien would be a little different, but alien and iconic are one and the same. About time I've line-lit these buggers. The gamer police would chew me out senseless if I neglected our alien granddaddies. Metroid as a concept was spawned from the outset of Ridley's Alien film, and their crowd-pleasing nightmares, xenomorphs. They pretty much transcribed that shit as if it were its own DNA. Metroids are parasitic abominations of space hell created by Samus's surrogate guardians, the Chozo, to counteract the X-parasites. Jellyfish-like horrors, adept at draining life energy. Looking back, these things are far more terrifying than I generally picture. The mouth of a lamprey, and green protoplasmic membrane, nestling its multitude of icky-looking brains, could make anyone want to speed dial mommy. Don't touch me, don't touch me! Scientists would definitely find fascination in a species with an 8-stage life cycle, mutagenic cellular matrix, and some of the scariest biology and resilience in the galaxy. These things swallow plasma like you would candy. Figures why they like to experiment on them and bring them back in non-stop violent bursts of R&D. Sure, give those all-powerful space nettles some genetic sweaters and phase-on cocktails. See what happens. Boy, can those bastards cook. Perhaps we should consider ourselves lucky for this, but many of our deepest fears are products of our subconscious. Dream demons, night terrors, monstrosities too unreal for physical reality. Nightmares are never fun. Everyone must sleep in this world, so it's highly uncommon for any of us to avoid them for long. Nightmares can be minuscule jump scares in your nap, or slashers of emotional scars. It's so complex. For this category, I've chosen the shape that consistently scrapes at my psyche, an enemy that feels to have been plucked from my own nightmares. Dark, scary hands. Oh, hello, nightmares. Yes, Zelda's handmasters still scare me. The amount of emotional disdain I hold for hands is horror novel material. For reasons a bit too personal, I've grown incredibly leery of the connection between one's hand and its base. Through nightmares and subjective trauma, it's not a comfy area for me. How lucky for Mr. Minion that so many creators like to Frankenstein that shit up. Zelda, in general, goes apeshit with their hands. So much so, they've got masters of the genus. The same nightmare cretin taking on 2 separate attack orders across the franchise. Masters of the floor and wall. Waltz into their sector, and a number of horrific spooks can happen to you. Strangulation, the world's nopiest brofist, and a complimentary drag race straight down and up to hell. Oh no, don't take me! It's not my time! I knew they'd kick me out. They're creepy as fuck. Severed zombie hands might fit that bill, but they're goddamn everywhere. Over 12 Zelda games have these hellspawn crawling around somewhere. Gotta hand it to Miyamoto. My body wasn't ready for that. An inherent fear most of us seem to share is our own supernal scale. What I mean by that is our role in the balance of power. Our very life can be considered a journey on that discovery alone. Do I belong with a higher power? Do I seek my own, or do I hide from all of it? For some, it's easy. Some don't bother, and others fear it very strongly. It matters not if you're a believer in real-world deities, but time-old stories of omnipotent, omnipresent beings of both good and evil tidings hold significant strength to those in belief. Many are worshipped, feared, or both. Suffice to say, anything with that much power can very well be a monster. Graham always taught me to look up when I'm after some good. But I say we step out of the box and look down. I dig a great light versus dark scuffle, heaven versus hell, good versus evil, ultimate power versus ultimate power. This Sunday!
Best day of the week.
Sonic Unleashed had its head in all sorts of places, savory and unsavory. Talking to people! But its cinematic scale is, to this day, a shimmering bullet point for me. Want a taste? Just check out our villain. Son of a biscuit-eating rape face! Pacific Rim got itself a badass sequel. Described as the hyper-energy organism, Dark Gaia is a primeval leviathan of legend, existing since the very dawn of time. Call it Devilzilla, because it just so happens to be the supreme incarnation of darkness, night, and destruction. The complete inverse of our chocolate chippy light Gaia buddy. That's not even figurative. A demonic, mute, predatorial, fucking behemoth kaiju is the deific counterpart to Chip.
Want some chocolate?
Will it give me dark and scary tentacles like him? I could go for some hentai. Right? Yo, fanfics! It's impressive just how imposing, strong, and forceful Dark Gaia is. Made a wacky Horcrux out of Sonic, with a large chunk of its power residing in the werehog form, and only grew as he absorbed the creature's remnants throughout the adventure. It's symbolic as fuck, I'll tell ya. It's a nice nod to the significance of dark and light in our world. Beauty is nothing without beast, and it's part of nature to have both. And that's what I love most about Dark Gaia. It's a natural monster. At the end of the day, someone's gotta be the monster. Nearly every species of monster has been explored today, from terrors of our dreams to deities of yore, but the scariest of them all is among us as we breathe, because they are us, humans. Planet Earth's dominant apex predators. We're all units of the successful breed of nightmare. The interesting part is, we're not born as such terrifying creatures from the get-go. It's a tragic and omnipresent step waiting to be taken. Pray to your livelihood that you don't ever do so. Human monsters, murderers, psychopaths, destroyers of humanity are terrifying and complex beyond ration. They can be created by accident or by their own evil fruition. Never has it been so hard to know if the monster is truly under the bed or not. A psychopath could be sitting directly across from you, and you may never even know they're there. And our final abomination is one of them. Quite possibly gaming's most maligned human killer. He has no name. He has no trace. Only a color. I really need to get me a filter for that comment section. Like it or not, there's no denying Five Nights at Freddy's hit the world hard. Man of God Cawthon's animatronic cavalcade of creeps has infiltrated both our hearts and our nightmares. But how? You could play stock commentary and bring up some shit about Fur Affinity, but I hold my ground as I say this. It's the killer that keeps this train a-running. The eternal lifeblood of the Five Nights franchise is the aura of mystery, and it's all grown around the murders of this one sick motherfucker. For years upon years, Purple Guy has made this family pizza chain his toddler slaughterhouse, always slunking under legal radar and never letting his signature weaken, posing as beloved animal mascots to fucking murder little kids who dare to love them. A child murderer. I can't think of many things more evil than that. But the scary thing about him, he's never been caught. Any capable psychopath knows the importance of planning ahead and are masters of emotional mimicry. And this guy's mastered both.
But I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine.
To think, I called you buddy, and even after the jaws of catharsis snapped shut on him, it didn't stop Purple Guy. He lived on as the horrifying Springtrap, never to rest again, as his undead corpse rots eternally inside his own calling card. Like all the great horror villains, his death resolves nothing. It makes him an immortal monster. Even burning his territory to the ground only set him free. No matter how hard we try, no matter what we find, we will never know the truth. It's a sleepless riddle, precisely why we paid so much attention to Five Nights at Freddy's, and why the series won't die. Its iconic purple killer can't. He will come back. He always does. Thanks for tuning in to another bit list. Trying to get more of these out there, so show your support with a like or a subscription if you enjoyed this. And remember to comment down below for suggestions of new episodes. I'll be on the lookout.